Good morning. If you could, can you give us an update? What's going on in court today?
Well, today there's a forensic expert that is explaining how, well, many things, but how the knife that they think is a murder weapon is way too big, and demonstrated how it had to have been a much smaller knife that caused all the wounds. He's talking about how the fact that the space available that this crime happened in is so tiny that you can't have had 4 people in that room in some kind of a tussle. Ms.
Mellas, let me ask you, how do you feel? You've seen and you've heard the reports. You've had a chance to see how this court system works. Do you feel confident your daughter can be acquitted?
Oh, well, I don't have any other choice. I have to continue to feel confident that she'll be acquitted.
She said that when she was...
Can you talk to me about the phone call? During your testimony yesterday, you talked about the phone calls that you had gotten from Amanda after she discovered Meredith's body. Can you describe her demeanor? What was said in those phone calls?
Well, in the first phone call, she was just very concerned. She had seen a few things out of place in her house. She went back to get Raffaele. They came back. She was trying to get a hold of all of her roommates. They could get a hold of everybody but Meredith. And then they became quite concerned when they couldn't get a hold of Meredith and were pounding on the door, and then they called the police.
You saw Amanda's testimony. How do you feel she did?
Well, I think she did amazing. She did a great job, and I've heard that from everybody who watched her.
Now, the defense, like you mentioned, they've got their forensic experts that are coming to testify. They're expected to testify that the police work was so bad, the DNA evidence is so bad. Do you think that that is the path to acquittal for Amanda?
Well, you know, the DNA is just one part. I think one of the big things that you don't hear a lot about is the fact that at the actual crime scene, there's no physical evidence of Amanda. Not a hair, not a fingerprint, not a nothing. You know, that I think is a really bigger piece. The DNA is so insignificant. It's this tiny spot. It's not blood. It could well have come from, you know, who knows where.